You're still live on GTV Breakfast Show, and we are performing our public service of educating. And this time we're going to talk about decentralization. There's a project going on to ensure accountability. How far are they going? Are they successful? We are going to discuss, and my guests are poised for that discussion. To my immediate right, I have Eward Kwegar. I hope I got the name right. He's the Project and Research Officer at the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEG for short. Then I have Mrs. Linda Uforikwafu, Executive Secretary, Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition. Welcome.
Thank you.
I hope we've not stressed you because you spoke a lot in the first segment and you're here.
I'm always stressed. I'm able to manage that. That's part of the work.
Okay, so we thank God for that. Ghana, we are practicing decentralization because a lot of people are saying that centralization is not helping us. So the way forward is for us to go decentralization. And at 462 established that. Would you want to tell us a little bit of that?
Basically, as 462 stabilizes or establishes the local the district assemblies, it states what they are supposed to do. And in this, it also provides for civil society to take active part in the development planning, budgeting, and also it encourages citizens to pay their taxes so that the development can be achieved at the local level, because the sole purpose of the decentralization is to take development to the local level. That is taking power, administrative, political, and fiscal power from the central government to the local level. So the Art Force is to stipulate the rules and the regulations that should govern the creation of districts so that they can fulfill this aspiration of decentralization.
Who can we constitute as civil society? Because you say so.
Yes, by civil society, we refer to non-governmental organizations.
Okay.
We are referring to NGOs, community-based organizations. I think the media also forms part of the civil society organizations. And these days, chiefs also form part of civil society organizations.
We are supposed to ensure that the decentralization is working, the processes are okay.
Yes, actually, under the Local Governance Act and also the National Development Planning Act, it makes room for civil society to take active role in governance at the local level, because as I indicated earlier, the sole purpose of decentralization is to take governance from the local level, from the national level to the local level, so that individuals, people in their various communities can take active part in government. Okay. Hitherto, we had the central government where every decision comes from the central government. But the decentralization takes decision-making and implementation to the local level so that everybody at the local level can take part in government. Yes.
Auntie, you've been quiet for some time.
Yes.
Are people really taking part in governance at the local level? Because if that is what decentralization is supposed to achieve, are we really doing that?
I must say that people are not doing that very much. And then the civil society is supposed to mobilize people to be able to do that.
Okay.
Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition actually did a study in 2012 which tried to look at what civil society has been doing. Okay. It actually mentioned society to include NGOs. It's actually broader than that. Trade unions, organizations, even the faith-based organizations are part of civil society. So in 2012, when GACC conducted a study, realized that civil society organizations are many. And some of them have even gone to the extent of actually delivering services directly at the local level. But what is lacking is their ability to mobilize people to be able to hold these MFDAs or these assembly officials accountable for whatever they've been entrusted, the powers they've been given to do. So
we are busy. We get up, we go to our workplaces, so we only go complain. We know that, yes, at our district level, they are supposed to put gutter here, make sure the road is there. But they are not doing it. We pay our tolls, but we don't demand anything. Why are we not minding anything?
Because we don't see how the non-existence of accountability impact on us negatively. Because we think that the problems with whatever corruption and whatever is so distant from us. If you are a citizen and you don't take part, even in the construction of a village school, You will never get to know the day it is not done well and it collapses, your child might be there. So it is about us being interested in what is happening. And because sometimes we also don't have the capacity to do these assessment like social auditing ourselves, we need CSOs to be able to mobilize us to do that.
Sometimes when you are saying it, they say you are too known. So like you're saying, there should be somebody who will spearhead the voice so that we can go, because if I go saying it alone, they'll say, this woman, she's too known. Then they'll be giving me names. But if we can come together, civil society like you're saying, then we can achieve that.
Yes, that's how come we are implementing the LOGODEP project.
Okay, so tell us about the project then.
This is a project that strives to, it's a pilot project. Actually, it's happening in 2 districts in the Western region, in the Bibiani and the Seshiri also districts. And what we do is that we identify a key civil society organization that has the capacity to mobilize other CSOs at the local level. Then you form what we call the network. I have to say that the project is being funded by the USAID, and it's very, very important to state that because our funders should be actually given recognition when it comes to
things. But we are doing advert on our network.
It's not an advert. I'm telling you where the source of the money where this project is coming from. And it's very important for us. And so then we form what we call the LANET, the local network of NGO civil society at that level. Then they will mobilize CSOs, get them interested in the budget cycle, whatever happens at their district level, and then they will develop action plans, and then they will use these action plans to monitor what the assemblies are doing. So we call it more or less a social auditing, to get to know. I wouldn't go there with a stick, but I'll go there with capacity and knowledge of what is happening to be able to ask the right questions. And you expect accountability is a two-way thing. When if the local district assemblies are not giving me the information, and I demand, because I'm now empowered, because I'm part of the LANET, to ask questions. And when I ask questions, I expect only responses. They are not coming there to do witch hunting or to say that you are not known. But the civil society organization has now mobilized people who are the end beneficiaries of whatever you are doing, the health project, the infrastructure, the schools. We are the beneficiaries, and we are interested in how the district assemblies are working. We are piloting, as I said, in 2 districts, Seshiri also and Bibiani. If we are able to get more resources, then we will expand to other places. For now, it's a pilot project, and we are building society capacity to be able to mobilize citizens to demand responsiveness and accountability.
Is it going?
It's going well. So far, so good. The key partners are the people at the assembly level, and also CSOs at that level, assemblymen. These assembly officials have to be, actually we have to say that they are, for now, they are really helping us. We don't know when they will withdraw their help, but for now, they have been very supportive of the project, and it's going well. It's a 1.5-year project, so we are not too far from ending.
Usually the district assemblies, the MMDAs, we don't know whatever is happening. How do we know about the program? Because you were talking about the budget process. We don't even know when they meet to decide all that. How do we know and get involved?
Yes, I think in this particular project, GACC is working with assemblies, and it should have that timetable so that it can notify the local CSOs that it is working with, build their capacity so that they can also participate in some of these processes. For instance, is it the composite budget? Yes. This is where the budget of the district is presented at the district level, and it's also presented at the regional level. So it is an avenue where citizens can come in, listen to this, and question their local authorities as to, hey, what you are providing for us, is it going to help us? The amount that has been budgeted, is this enough, or is it not too much? So
what exactly we even need? Sometimes they go and do something else that we don't even need in the community.
Yes. We said we wanted this when you came to us, but we did not see that in the budget. So basically, it opens an avenue for the public to come in, people in the communities who have sent, for who the decentralization is being institutionalized, to question their the authorities as to what they are doing to improve their livelihoods.
Okay, time is not our friend, so.
As you rightly said, the local networks of society organizations are actually informed about the way and manner budgeting and all that happens at the district level, and they in turn also mobilize their people, so they have the timetable whatever is happening when they can actually make an input. They do.
It's getting better.
Yes, it's getting better. They're actually empowered to do that. The project's about empowerment of CSOs, and then they also empower citizens, mobilize them to do that. So they know the timetable and they actually follow. They've actually developed action plans where they use to monitor the assembly's work. So we're getting better. We'll get there one day.
All right, your final words.
I don't know if I have enough time to read just a piece from the Constitution. Yes. In Article 35(6)(d), it states that make democracy a reality by decentralizing administrative and financial machinery of government to the regions and districts by affording all possible opportunities to the people to participate in decision-making at every level in national life and in government. So we are just trying to emphasize or help bring to life what the Constitution says.
All right, thank you for good work, Eward Kwega, Project and Research Officer from the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEG. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Then thank you, Mrs. Linda Oforikwafu, Executive Secretary, Anti-Corruption Coalition. We've enjoyed the show, but we didn't get much time, but that's okay. I hope the main thing that we have to say has been said. One, you are empowered to ask questions. It is your tasks that are used to develop. When it is taken in your community, you have to demand accountability. And if everybody lifts their hands into the air, then nothing will be achieved. All of us must get involved, and Ghana will go forward. The show continues. We have the newspaper review next. Don't go away.